Get my
You gotta
dad.
talk. No, don't be shy. Talk. Speak up.
Get my dad.
Say hello.
Seven.
Say hello.
Hello.
My name is
My name is
Kilokai,
Kalakai,
and
and
this is Big Games.
this is
Pick up.
big. This is Big Games.
BS. BS.
BS.
Say help my dad
Help my dad
get to
get to
how many?
70,
You gotta speak loud.
70, 70, 100 subscribers.
Actually, that comes out to 7,000. You got anything else you want to say?
Uh,
You gotta talk like a big boy.
I think that's it. I just want to go back to the video.
You just want to go up?
I want to go to the video now.
Okay, well, that was it. All right, get your feet
No,
off.
no, I'm doing the video.
This is the video.
Okay, you can just start your video.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks for the help. All right. All right, good job, Kai. 7,000 sounds way more official than 7,000. But anyways, what's going on? It's a special edition of Late Night BS, man. I feel like I've been all over the world. I was in Texas, and we'll talk a little bit about Texas here in a second. Texas is amazing. It's a great place. If you haven't been, I suggest you go when your sports teams aren't getting their asses kicked. But for those who don't know, this is Big Games BS, and this is part of Den Media Group. Wait a minute. This is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is the go-to website for all things sports, not sports, male or female enhancement related. Like, get your best bet. I promise you, dude. Like, this is a moment where we're going to chill out. Shout out to my homegirl Coda. Listen, we're gonna have a bunch of people that join us on the different mediums. We got to get back connected to the Facebook too, Miles. I feel like it's been a long time. I think it's time. We got to get everybody. We got to go reach the old people.
And Twitch.
We might as well. Oh, shoot, I tried
Discord.
Twitch and failed. I don't like. I guess we got to get all the different mediums to get people here, and just I'm here for you. I was in Spaces today, and we were talking about the game and a lot of the stuff that happened, and a lot of people are hurting, and a lot of emotions are flowing, and when emotions flow, hormones flow, and a lot of guys were acting extremely bitch made, and we're being irrational. I want you to recognize this for what it is. It is a game. It is supposed to be entertaining, and you're not entertained. But just because we're not entertained, it does not give us the authority to act in an unmasculine and an unadult manner. Yes, you're going to get trolled. This is part of the game. It's good times. It's bad times. Actually, if you what's 50 Cent? The book of was it the not the book of Ghost, the book of Canaan, like his intro. I know heartbreaks, setbacks, all those different things, the ups and downs. You know why I get around. You know me. It's all a part of the game. If I ain't the co-main or the domain, I'm gonna get domain, and that's for show main. You have to remember this and just relax and become solution oriented. Yes, Bert, there is a way to get Mike a buyout, get a buyout for Mike. I am a big Mike Norvell fan. I am also a bigger FSU fan. Actually, I'm not an FSU fan. I'm an FSU family. And what I'll say is this: $65 million ain't gonna get itself. But if we can get 65,000 people, it's called crowdfunding. And I talked about it. We get 65,000 people to pledge, not give, pledge. That means some of it you have to give, some of it you have to be willing, even if you spread it out over 4 years, you are willing to give $1,000. That's $250 annually. You can have whatever you want to have. If not, we got to ride it out. And we also got to look at it from a situation. We have to look at it from a situation of you don't fire people just because they had a bad day in the office. It stinks. It's bad. Change needs to happen. Change will come, but I don't go around calling for people's heads. When I do believe in them, and I do believe in Mike. But I do understand that it's hard to be a fan. And when it becomes hard to be a fan, what we must do is look inward, my inwards, and just focus, breathe, use your code words, and just come out and just relax. Wow, the questions are coming in very, very quick. Justin Tinsley, I know I talk to D Nick all the time. I'd call him right now, but I don't think he would answer like while I'm doing my show. I do believe D Nick is Derek Nicholson, former linebacker at Florida State. I do believe he would come to Florida State. But I think we just need to just chill and breathe, and we'll get to Florida State and other things here momentarily. As always, we are as my son said, we are trying to get to 700 subscribers, as he so eloquently says it. Currently, we are at 6,241 miles. Do you know where we were at this time last year?
No, I don't.
We had just reached 3,000 subscribers. Like, so for y'all may be like, yo, I'm going to get the strap. That's me. I'm doing for y'all. That ain't that big of a deal. For me, that's a big deal.
We could only get them Twitter over
here.
Yeah,
we can get the Twitter people over here just to push the like button. If you're on Twitter, I won't respond to you unless it's really, really good.
Not only that, you're losing access to the games where you actually win money.
Yeah, like come over here, become a $3.99, even though I owe people money. I hate owing. Matter of fact, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let me go ahead, get this out of the way.
Finding people sometimes is the hard part.
Yeah, I got Rob $75 because Rob won. Rob is the first person to sweep.
Oh, both games.
Well, technically, me and him split the college football pick'em last week.
Okay,
but last week he got college football pick'em and he won the NFL pick'em.
Damn. Okay, Rob.
So Rob's getting 75 because I'm getting 25. That's how this shit's going. I am actively competing with you guys and go. Okay, we'll respond to Herb. We'll respond to Herb. Coach Bullock. We'll respond to Herb. What's up, man? That is not how he talks. Like, what is up? Hello, like, that is not how Herb.
Famous Coach Bullock.
Damn, I do owe. Damn, Jaden did just call me all the way the fuck out.
What happened?
I owe him because he had to pay to get into the AC Mandarin game.
Oh,
yeah, I owe him $11. I forgot all about that, man. You gotta actually, you know what? We could put that. Jaden, your job right now. We can't respond. Like they have to pay. We need to put the cash. We need to like that. What's this little thing we got here?
Oh,
this
banner.
Fancy, the banner shit. We need to put We need to put like the cash apps and the Zelles and all that other shit up there. Because bottom line is if you pay, then fine. I don't give a damn what you said. Like you could hit me up from Telegram. No, Telegram's the thing they do with porn. I think the weird people.
I've never even heard of.
I just be seeing random shit. Telegram, Snap. You can watch this from whatever you want to watch it from if you're paying. But we'll get that going. But like I was saying, I just realized how quick money goes away.
I mean, if you are a member, what we got 4 sets of games a month, right? Every week is a chance to win.
Yeah, every week is a chance to win. So let me go pay Rob. Our Owens 28, $75 from last week.
So for your $4 a month, basically rounding up, you can win what?
You can win your membership, basically.
Shoot, if you sweep.
I don't like that right now.
Everything good?
Oh, I must have put the wrong debit card. I don't like when I see money that I don't know what's going on. Well, like where it went to. I'll be checking this bread. Oh, okay, I know what that. StreamYard got their bread. Oh, anyways, damn, I got to put the right credit card on there. Long story short, I owe people money. Londa's getting her bread. Rob's getting his bread. I don't know. I know Daryl done got paid before, if I remember correctly. I don't think did he win? Did you win or something? I don't even know who. But bottom line is, if you're a member, that means you're a greenie. That means you're a colored. Colored's $3.99 all the way up. Does not mean you're black. Does not mean you're white. It just means you are a colored response on the screen. If you're looking at the screen, you have all of those different things. If you go to if you're a member, you get to participate in the college football pick'em. You get to participate in the pigskin pick'em. Once we get to 7,000 subscribers, we give away $500 to a random listener of Big Games BS immediately the next episode following it. So in theory, if we are able to get 750 new subscribers, we will give away $500 on Wednesday. And I am going to give David. I've been driving around with these damn hats in my car for like 3 damn weeks now. Because David bought a hat. We do have the MFTK apparel. If Toby's listening, I will be picking on the school that I coach at. You guys are in the MFTK, the MFTK of the week.
Really?
Oh yeah, it is clearly an MFTK, but shit happens. Doesn't matter. You got to do what you got to do. But it is an MFTK moment. It's definitely an MFTK moment.
I'm excited.
Extreme MFTK moment. And if we do what we're supposed to do, we will embody the spirit of MFTK if we handle business in the next upcoming football cycles. But bottom line is all kinds of perks. $500 to Lucky Member Big Games BS, $200 to a colored or a greenie or a member, however you want to call yourself, as well as the amount of likes of that show. So for those who are listening, make sure that we get that. Now, we'll start off the show. Might as well click on this. I want to start it off by saying, guys, it's people that's dying that's never died before. And it's sad. And today we lost 2 icons, legends in sport. The first one we lost this morning was Dikembe Mutombo. And what people don't remember him is the no. Like, I mean, he was a big old African swatting people stuff, big time defender, African, all kinds of shit. Like really, really dope player. We lost him, but one of the things that, and I don't know who's going to be the third, but they always say death comes in threes. So we lost a guy who should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There is no reason that he's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And outside of some bullshit, Pete Rose was so cold that he bet on himself to win. And he still won. He never like, what did they call it? He never threw games. He never fixed games. He was so confident in his ability that he said, why not? Like, why not? Like, I try to do that all the time. Like, it's insider trading. But like, if I think, like, all right, so if I'm a baseball player, I feel strongly I'm going to hit a home run this game. I'm going to steal a base, and I think I'm going to get earn a run. Why wouldn't I do a 3-leg parlay for $10 and get $3,000 extra, especially during his time?
It's American. We're all betting on ourselves.
We're all bet. You know who bets on themselves every fight when he was in his prime? Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, that's dope.
He in Vegas put an insane amount of money on himself, knowing he was going to win, get a little bit of extra bread. Why not? The only person that I would never want betting on me is Drake. And to be honest with you, I don't know if we talked about it, tongue-in-cheek joke, but Florida State fans, if you're listening to Drake and you're a Florida State fan, you and I.
Yep. I'm totally fine with
everything that's happening, man. They need to be playing. They not like us. They needed to be playing everything with Kendrick Lamar. Drake is the reason why Florida State is in the situation they are in.
Was never a fan before.
I'm not even a fan of Kendrick or him, but I hate Drake right now. I don't hate Kendrick. I hate Drake. It's making it so bad that I got a kid named Drake that I coach that I don't want to be around.
What position?
Drake plays safety.
Okay.
Yes, he got a FSU jersey. And that's why we're in this situation. Think about it. Every player, every team that Drake cheers for or reps always loses. When the last time Kentucky basketball been great? You remember when he wore that Kentucky basketball jersey? He was in their locker room.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Boy lost.
That's right.
Everybody, if you're a fighter and he's betting on you to lose. But shout out to Drake Stubbs. I love Drake Stubbs. I hate that Drake is going to Miami. But like Drake is just so fun.
Oh, that's another one.
Like that's really what it comes down to. I'm gonna start pouring out liquor to all the kids that Florida State loses that I can just layups.
Niggas is gonna be mad at you one day.
Like they're mad at me. Like it's him.
You're the closest one. You're
Like,
the closest connection point.
Like I could make it happen. Like, do you want these kids? Like, do you not want them? And I'll talk about one of my guys, and I know exactly why he left to go where he went. Like I'm just telling you, it's an amazing place. It's a magical place, and I understand why Republicans from that place are as boisterous as they are. Because everything is bigger there. But Drake Stubbs is dope. But that's just kind of where we're at with that. Where's the next thing? This was me all weekend in Texas.
What?
Like one, now that I see this picture, look, it's a couple of things.
Yeah,
That Aaron
some
Rodgers.
perspectives.
First, Aaron Rodgers looks like the dude from The Walking Dead.
Hold on,
The guy who had the bat with the barbed wire wrapped around it.
Neiman, yo.
Like right there,
okay,
he
I
looks-
can see that.
So-
Young Neiman.
I'm trying to figure out if it was another movie or show he was in, but he's talking to this chunky lady. And she's like, we only have enough rations for us. We're barely eating. We're barely surviving.
Again.
And he's like,
Thank you, Wanda.
he was like, he's like, you're starving? And he like laughs at her. And I'm like, yo, that's terrible. That is awful, man.
I wish I remembered what that was from.
But I don't know if they look too clean for it to be The Walking Dead. But it was just like, I don't know where it was from. But it was, reels and stuff and YouTube shorts shows you the most random stuff ever. What's up, Killer? You can't just be interrupting something like this. But like, let's go. What's up? You got to talk.
Who is that?
That's Aaron Rodgers. You just missed Uncle Toby. He was in here talking.
Oh,
I mean, he wasn't like on the show talking, but he was like commenting on Twitter. Should we? Daddy doesn't answer Twitter people. Should I answer Uncle Toby though? Yeah. Okay. Can you bounce so that Dad can finish doing what he do?
what? Oh,
I appreciate you. But that's Aaron Rodgers after the Jets lost. Aaron Rodgers was considered one of the greatest quarterbacks to play in our era. They didn't score a touchdown. They kicked 3 field goals, lost 10-9. But that's how I looked on Saturday, leaving Dallas in the press box. And then at the end of the Jags game, that's exactly how I looked as well. That's the Dikembe Mutombo thing, but you don't have to put that up there now. But it's terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. Before I get into it, there is one place, like for me to shout you out, right? Bo Nix threw for 30 yards. Let me tell you some Bo Nix information. Do you know Bo Nix at one point at halftime had -7 yards passing?
At halftime?
-7 yards passing.
When do you take him out?
His best completion, his biggest gain was a 0-yard completion.
That's how he felt. Just
Yo,
like Aaron Rodgers.
Eli, what's up, baby? Again, Twitter thing. I need you to go to YouTube though, Eli. But shout out to Eli. How y'all doing in Taylor County, man? Let me know. I'm curious. I meant to hit you up. I heard y'all got hit by that hurricane too. So also, I know we did our Friday show. People checking in the hurricane. Eli, man, I hope everything is good with you guys. much luck, doing a great job with. I actually want Mandarin University's YouTube channel to look like what Taylor County football does with their football, man. Like amazing stuff that he's doing over there. Play with him. Large ass human being. Massive human being. Played offensive line at Florida High. And all that jazz.
Nice. Shout out Eli.
Shout out to Eli. But I went, it wasn't the greatest steak restaurant that I've ever been to. But it's up there. And I'm going to tell you this. In Texas, customer service is a very, very important thing. So I went to Eddie V's. Shout out to Eddie V's Steakhouse in Houston. Houston, you know, they highly recommended it. That right there is a 22-ounce bone-in ribeye, Pittsburgh style. They char the outsides. That one is supposed to be medium. I eat my steaks medium to medium rare. They did not make it that way. It was medium well. But I was not upset. I just said, hey, man, I like that my steak's not cooked right. They were so offended for me. They were so mad that it wasn't cooked right for me. They took it back and they said, oh my God, is there anything we can do? Can we get you a soup? Can we get you a salad? I'm like, nah, I got a salad. I don't really want no. What kind of soup you got? Lobster bisque. Not my thing. If you had some chowder, I'd ate some chowder. Like as we talked about the other day. But they was just like, no, we're going to make this right. Blah, blah, blah. We'll get it right back to you. So I'm doing that while I'm waiting on that. As I like to drink water. Anybody who's ever been out with me, I drink copious amounts of water in general, but definitely at a restaurant. There was a water cup that was just there and it had water in it. So I'm like, okay, I'm an able-bodied human. I grab it. I pour it into my cup. And out of nowhere, a vato comes up. A Mexican. And that Mexican almost cussed me out, dog. He was so fucking mad that I filled my own water.
Oh, damn.
He's like, how dare you fill your own water? He's like, did I not come fast enough? I'm like, no, man, no. Like he was sad. Like he was like, am I not doing my job well enough that you felt the need to do my job? And I'm like, no.
A Mexican employee.
I was just like, yeah, not a random Mexican.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have.
Like, damn.
That'd be wild if it was just a random Mexican said, let me fill your water. Like he was on point. And then he kept filling the water. I'm like, yo, brother finna get a good tip. Not even mad. I'm not mad. They bring my steak out. Steak's cooked perfect. Seasoned very well. Done very good at Eddie V's. He did a great job. But that's not the best part of the night. Me and Chris Porter were hanging out. We were ready to leave. Then the little sassy, we had a gay waiter. I think he was gay. I think he's part of the community. Mm-hmm. The taste his words made the menu sound delicious as fuck. Brother brought this next thing and you just push the video because it gets me excited watching that shit. So I had to like chill it out, but like boom. First off, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little offended. Don't be bringing me flaming dessert with another man at the table with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you gotta ask, man. Like what? Because it looks like everybody else is looking around, like, "Ooh, look at that!" In today's culture, you don't know. I just didn't want the necessary attention. I don't know. I thought it was bread pudding, but it wasn't bread pudding. That's like there's bananas Foster, and like they got the flaming shit. So that fire, right? Damn cake.
Hey.
So like you get a crunch, you get a little crunch, but then it's soft in the middle. Man, when I tell you, broski, and then the ice cream was fresh whipped cream. That's the best part of the whole meal. And you know what that cost me? $3.99 because they fucked up my steak. I didn't even ask for it. Didn't even ask for it. The white lady came on. You know how I've been talking about. These. Like I'm telling you, it's white women. I don't know if it's white women in Texas where they have, but this white lady was like, "No, you are going to enjoy your meal, sir." It wasn't flan. I know what flan. It definitely wasn't flan. I don't like the texture of flan. It bothers me. But
I understand that completely.
But like that was cake and that was good.
What was the name of the place again?
Eddie V's.
Shout out Eddie V's.
Shout out to Eddie V's. Eddie V's was dope. So I tell you to get the fine. I'm not fine, whatever that shit was. Get that dessert. Going into our MFTK, we'll get to there. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I'm not a complaining guy. Shout out to my guy Toby. Listen, dog. Jason, I'm lactose retarded too. And I'm diabetic. Sometimes there's good pain. That was good pain. Yes, guy. You go to the room. But so today, right now, there's a couple good football games getting played in Duval County. The Hurricane had us canceled. And Rains and Riverside are playing. A couple other schools are playing. It's good stuff. Good high school football. Most schools here will be playing 3 games over the course of the next 2 weeks, including today. Mandarin didn't play today. Mandarin plays Rockledge on Friday. Then we play First Coast High School on Monday. Then we play Fletcher High School next Friday. So if you do the math, that's from Friday to Friday, there will be 3 football games played. We can't have 3 scrimmages in a week because of rules. But we can play 3 full American football games. You can't play JV players 6 quarters. More than 6 quarters in a week. But we're about to play 12 quarters in less than a week. I don't have a problem with that per se. What I have a problem is, why do we keep saying we can't do things for player safety and then completely contradict it and say fuck player safety? Because that's really what this is about. We got linemen, we got all kinds of other different stuff. It's just like, if it's about that, we have bye weeks, we have other different things that we can twist and turn things around, or just play the fucking game. And on top of that, we didn't play the game because of safety for a hurricane that didn't really hit Jackson. We did have people had power go out. That was last year, Daryl Jackson. Yeah, the Rockledge didn't get the ass whooped last year. But I can't knock it. We got our ass whooped. Even though we fought valiantly, it wasn't as bad as the score said. Sometimes shit happens. But that's definitely an MFTK moment right there. More MFTK, but it's kind of a cool, it's them kids, not these kids. This picture, Melina Myers, so cold, right? I thought this was AI. This is a cute picture, some positivity today. At the FSU Cal game, this young man and his family were standing on the sidelines watching pregame warm-ups. He was having the time of his life. I couldn't help but smile at his smile. A future note. Would love to get this image to his family. So if anybody knows who this jit is, let's find this jit and let's make sure we get them up with Melina. Great. This is what I'm saying. So I'm using this as a segue is fuck your feelings for a second. Florida State stinks. The product on the field is not good, it's no good. It's putrid. But there are people who want to enjoy Doak Campbell Stadium that have never had the opportunity to enjoy Doak Campbell Stadium. One of my passions since 2019, is getting kids into the stadium. There's no reason that Doak Campbell Stadium can't be sold out just because those people are there. You might not want to go spend 3 to 4 hours. Other people do. So if you're under the sound of my voice, or if you share this with other people, it's going to be my pin tweet. We've already got about 16 tickets right now. If you got season tickets, you don't want to go. If you have season tickets and you don't want to go to the FSU Clemson on prime time, I have no idea why they keep Send that stuff to me. Send it to me. I'll make sure somebody enjoys that time because not everybody takes this to heart. And I'm learning as a guy who actually lived this. I might take for granted that I actually really did this. I did this for real at a high level. I can't pretend to care as much as something. And I'm not knocking you. It's just kind of weird that some of y'all really are crying and over the top emotional about some of these things. This is why I believe that some of y'all need more respect. Demetrius Shaw, we will get to that in a minute, but I do think Mike Norvell is having a bad day in the office. I think shit happens. But those are the things, again, if you are in that situation. Now, this is me. And I'm going to play this. This is one of my favorite comedians, T to the motherfucking K. Kirkland. And when I see my and you go pull up Jada's email too for some clips after we play that because we have some clips of the game. My natural yearning to understand people's position and where they come from. Yeah, that's it. And where they're coming from tends to frustrate me because I need to understand. Because when I understand, and even if I don't agree with you, when I understand where you're coming from, I can at least come to a certain place. But TK Kirkland sums up how I feel about this. You gotta make sure we got the audio.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, Vlad. I've been here a long time. I don't know what's going on.
And that's all I can say is I've been here a long time. I've watched a lot of football. And I don't understand what it is. And what's happening is a lot of people don't understand what's going on either. And what we're doing is we're holding on to tried and true things that we've heard other people say about football that we believe. And I don't believe those things to be true. They're saying, now, what are we in week 5, right? 6 weeks ago, Mike Norvell is this, Mike Norvell is that. And now we're like, we need to fire Mike Norvell. They got to do it right. We need to do this. You want to fire a man with a 65 that just signed a $65 million contract. Like, just signed that. Like, I just want you to know you can want that all you want. It ain't going to happen. So quit asking, to quote Nick Saban. There are things that can happen, but that's not one of them. Unless you do what I just said, you get 65,000 people to donate to pledge $1,000. Then you can make a lot of shit happen. I also think, and one of the first things I learned in my sports management class at Florida State is that sports is a microcosm of society. I have learned so much from Florida State. Not just Florida State, from playing football. I apply football to damn near to almost every aspect of my life. And what I would ask you guys is that how you view your life? Do you approach every aspect of your life with the same energy, the same fervor, the same level of accountability that you're asking for your entertainers to do? Because if you do, you are like, you need to, one, you should be paying $3.99 for this channel. But two, or more. Two, you would be uber successful in life because you are one of the few people that actually hold themselves way, 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 way above reproach. Imagine you're coming off one of the worst days that you've ever had at your job. And regardless of the money, you say, oh, he's getting paid $10 million. He's getting paid $10 million a year because he earned $10 million a year. He had to be excellent. He had to have something to be able to get to that. And here's where I ask you, what if somebody came to your job and you weren't doing what you were supposed to do to the level in which they thought, and they literally harassed you all the time on social media, every aspect? You could not turn away from that harassment. I'm not telling you not to be mad. I'm not telling you not to hold them accountable. I'm not telling you to not want more. But what I am telling you is stop. This is why athletes have a complex and why athletes think that they're superior to you. It's because you hold athletes to a higher standard than what you hold to your own self. Because you subconsciously feel that they are superior to you. And they're in a position that you say you would kill to be in. So when you know people would trade places with you, mentally that gives you a feeling of superiority. Now, what I will say though is you got to go find some better vices, man. But that's why this game is paid. That's why when people say what's happening to the game I love, nothing. The game you love is the exact same way it was before they started paying players, before all of this stuff. What do you mean by that, James? If the game you love wasn't as good, you would not feel as passionate about it as you do right now. You know what I don't do for things I don't care about or I don't like anymore? I don't talk about it. I don't like Rugrats anymore, man. When they changed Rugrats, I stopped watching Rugrats. Certain TV shows, stop watching them when they changed it. I'm not gonna go back and forth with them. I'm truly not gonna entertain that show. Well, yeah, officially paying players. Everybody. The money's been flowing for quite some time. The gameplay is absolutely horrendous. But like some of the shit that y'all are doing is taking it to the next level. So let's just talk about the gameplay. I didn't even watch this one, right? This part right here. I ain't gonna hold you. I have the every play of the first 2.5 quarters on my phone from the press box. I like to videotape them. I have every offensive play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but 2 from when they played the Texans. And this is how I'm going to not demonetize my channel, because I own that content. But like, let's watch it.
Pressure coming. Intercepted. Kobe Wilson the pick.
That's bad. Pick 6. And bad tackle. That's even worse. 40 is a freshman, doesn't do it. Lawrence Toafili tries to strip it. That's wild. Was that the last score? Was the game officially 42-16? Is that how was that the score of the game? Like, that's crazy that they scored that early and then nothing else happened. Now, when I should have left, and when I was thinking about leaving, so you go to this right here. Mike Norvell had an opportunity to score a touchdown and make this game be 14-14, right? I'm all about accountability, right? So let's be critical of what there's to be critical for. Adrian put that was some bad tackling. I expect offensive players to not be great tacklers. So I'm going to be honest with you. Little known Black history fact. So why I won't bash the offensive players. There is video footage of me actively not trying to make a tackle. Chris Ricks threw an interception to Sean Taylor in 2003. I don't know if you guys know what when football was a man's sport. and it was played the way that the gods intended it to be played. When an interception was thrown, the defense was downright diabolical what they did to people. See, now they'll throw flags, they'll kick you out of the game. They'll be like, oh, my coochie hurt, shit like that, right? It was weird the way the defense, because this is why I say they're borderline spectrum defensive players. That's why I knew I couldn't play defense in college. Shout out to my guy Sam McGrew. Shout out to my guy AJ Nicholson. Shout out to Buster Davis. They all came in the same class. I'm looking at them. I know that they all have emotional problems. I'm listening to how they talk. I'm like, yo, hey, man, does the elevator go all the way to the top? The skinniest players will look at the biggest players, and they will go full speed, and they're just cleaning people up. The biggest players will go after the smallest offensive players. So and they're going after, and everybody's looking at the quarterback. I have seen this. It happens in our practices. It happens all of these different things, dog. Chris threw that interception. They ain't had shit to do with me. I look like I'm giving effort. My ass is jogging to the sideline. I am not trying to make that tackle. Fuck them. I didn't throw that shit. In fact, I was open. So if you'd have thrown it to me, we wouldn't have had an interception. If we would have ran the damn ball, we wouldn't be in this position. So I understand where those guys come from. Chris Russo put, the team has no dogs. The team has no. It's like it's the Wizard of Oz. They have no heart, no brain, no courage. And it's not just the play calls, because sometimes the play calls are putrid, but it's also the strategy. So Mike gets a situation where we're down in the goal line. I don't remember all of the plays, but I do remember the last two. And I'm like, damn, you know what? Florida State has an opportunity to go with some points, and guess who gets the ball to open up the half? Florida State. DJU is not as bad to me as what's portrayed, but he's damn sure not bad. He's damn sure not what I've asked him to be, which I've only asked him to be one thing.
Mediocre.
A 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
We just wanted mid.
I don't want him better than mid. You know what? Mid sells. Mid is always going to sell listen, nothing has sold mid more than the social media. 90% of the women who are saying what they deserve are mid. But filters, angles, makeup, all of this stuff has made mid sell. Atlanta food, the Atlanta food culture. You know what it's a lot of? A lot of fucking mid.
Really?
It's not good. They sprinkle fucking parsley on shit. Food truck culture. A lot of mid food.
That shit is overrated.
Overpriced and all this other type of stuff. Extremely mid. But mid sells if you put the proper things around mid. It's like an ugly baby. You can make an ugly baby really cute if you dress it up nice.
I mean, look at McDonald's.
McDonald's is getting mid. They're not about, it's never going to be the best burger you eat.
Not even close.
But it's consistent.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with that burger. You don't have to question it. It's going to be the same thing. Like they got it down to a science for the most part. It's hard to mess it up. Same squirt, same 2 pickles. And if you want to change it up a little bit, they even used to tell you, this ain't fucking Burger King. It ain't your way right away. But I needed DJU to be mid. But I'm not going to put all the blame on him. Here's what the situation is. We'll get to that with Life of Bill. Don't put people in positions to do things that they're not good at. I don't do things I'm not good at. And I'm not going to, so for example, we just talked about, I love my dog, Toby. People picked on me during COVID because I don't know how to grill. What kind of man don't know how to grill? What kind of man has to always prove that he's a man? If Toby can grill and that's my son's godfather, why the fuck would I compete with him when I could just go ask him to grill it for me?
Yeah, and honestly, you can grill. Anyone can grill.
Yeah, but can it be grilled good?
Yeah.
Like that's what he does. That's his passion.
Right.
He likes brisket. He does the pulled pork. He really gets into that shit.
Damn.
Why would I go out here and do that to myself, right? Why are we making DJU is not a swift runner of the football? Why do we watch him roll out? That's not what he does well. When he rolls out, you know what he does? He throws the ball to the other team. So what we do is we get down very close. DJU decides we're going to do quarterback power. If I see another quarterback power, not just from Florida State, from anybody, I am going to scream because I saw that shit with Trevor Lawrence too on Sunday. We run it, it gets stuffed. Then we decide, that didn't work. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run that same shit again. And it didn't work. I'm like, just take the 10 points. Just take the 3 points. Go into halftime, 14-10, and then you get the ball right back. But sometimes, again, I'm not one of those. I know a lot of y'all believe, and I don't knock believers. But this is stuff that makes you believe, and this is when you get false hope. So play this right here. Because we give them the ball. It's first and 10 from like their 2. And they get stuffed. What happened? What? This happens. You get a safety. With 14, so you're going down 14-9. I'm like, maybe Mike's crazy like a fox. Calls the timeouts to get them to 22 seconds. I have no idea what we're doing because now they have to punt the ball from their 20. They punt the ball. We don't do shit with it, but that's cool. Because if Mike could have got the 12 points, like we could have gotten the field goal range, 12-14 is a pretty reasonable. But regardless of that, 14-7 going into the half. The game ended up being 42-14.
Oh.
That's not supposed to happen. It was a close game. It was so much nice stuff. SMU is such a nice campus. I had to walk around all the facilities and stuff because of what I do with the Gator Bowl. Facilities stink. The stadium's nice and quaint. Very small, nice stadium, but like the fucking like the weight room is mid. Looks like mid sells. They're mid. But that mid beat our immaculate. Better food, better ingredients, better pizza, better toppings, better Papa John's is what Florida State is compared to SMU. So we can keep talking about DJU. We can keep talking about DJU, but the reality is DJU isn't even put in a position to be mid. He's bad by himself. He's worse how we're utilizing him. So people keep saying, well, we got to put Brock in. Well, you about to get your fucking wish. And I hope it works. I want nothing but good from DJU. Now, we talk about this youth movement. We put the youths in. And I'm not mad. I don't necessarily want the youth movement with my quarterback. Hold on, let me see. This is where we want. So everybody, DJU is a really easy target. And he does bad by himself. I don't need to know who to start. I know we don't need to play Kyle Morlock. And I'm not saying this to be mean. Kyle Moore drops is his nickname. And I'm not saying, I'm sure he's a great person. And like, Florida State's one of the worst colleges to go to, and nobody knows who you are.
That's the first time I heard that name.
He's been our starting tight end all year.
No way.
And I call him more drops because you know what this mother, nobody drops the ball more than Kyle Moore drops. And somebody said Mike talked about how he had to pick him up and had to talk him off the ledge. Man, let me tell you, this is the if I'm going to be critical, if I'm going to be critical, I'm going to be critical of the mentality of the players that are here now. Have I told y'all the story of what Coach Sexton used to tell us when we fucked up? I will tell you. Billy would say shit like, outside of I'm going to send your ass back to the projects. But Billy would say shit like, I want you to put all your pads on. I want you to buckle your chin strap up as tight as you can. I want you to run all the way up to the top of Doak Campbell Stadium and jump if you fumble the ball. Boston College, this motherfucker dropped 5 passes. Multiple ones in the end zone.
Why are we going to him?
That's why is he on the field? At this point, it's not his fault.
Yeah, that's right.
They keep putting them out there. We had Karen Smith. We actually used to have one, and unfortunately, he passed this summer. A sports shrink. Like, just play the clip. Now, this is what the fuck happened. We just came on the field. It's right there. DJU is doing what we want DJU to do. Like, he found a wide fucking open guy. What pause? What do you want from DJU right here? That's the kudos to DJU. Catch it. I don't give a fuck if you
It's
stop.
a little high. How I can't tell.
He's
how
6'7".
I'm trying to fight for my guy right here.
It hits him in the fucking face mask. You can see the ball. It's not high.
I can't tell if he jumped really high.
I don't know where he's at. I don't think he's a pilgrim, so I'm gonna go with white man can't jump. I don't think he's jumping that high. It's just a lot of grass. Bottom line is, you know what? Cool. Drop it. Just do a normal drop. But it's like that thing. It's like, why can't you just be normal? Yeah, that's what he just does right here. He doesn't. 34 didn't do anything spectacular.
No, he was surprised.
He was like, I know this motherfucker did not. Like, there's not another person near him. 70, I'm not even sure if 34 makes that tackle if Moore drops doesn't drop it. It's like, and then where is he going? I don't even know why. And Lawrence Toafili is my guy.
He thought the ball was going away.
Go back to Lawrence Toafili. I'm sorry. Sometimes when you watch it, guys who don't know, I come from an era where you watch film a couple different ways. You watch film as a team, then you watch film as an offense, and then you watch film as a seg. So like when something bad happened, you got to relive it 3 times, and like it's a new thing that they found. Like, just play the, like, I'm sorry, Toafili does not deserve this. Lawrence Toafili is probably one of the bright spots in all of this. But watch my guy, watch the running back watch him at the top. I think that's Toafili. They put him at, Lawrence Toafili. So watch the wheel route. He trips over Darius Washington. It just like that's just.
That was the most unathletic.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Technically, it's his fault that happened, but DJ wasn't. So DJ does a naked boot. Let's see what DJ's eyes are. So DJ, fakes it. I still don't know how this motherfucker does it. It's supposed to be a rollout. He stops his feet. He wasn't even looking at Toafili. He shouldn't have looked at it. There's literally nobody. He's gonna at least get to the 45-yard line.
But I'm guessing he's thinking there's 2 offensive players, 1 defender.
Like, this defender has to make it. So this is football 101. This defender has to make a choice. The defender went to the wheel route, right? He went to the wheel route.
Right.
Kyle Moore drops is right there. Now, to be honest with you, Kyle, the only thing I'll fault DJ on is that instead of leading them, just motherfucker Kyle sit right there, get the ball. But you treat it like volleyball. pop the ball up in the air, and then 34 is like, thank you, Jesus. This is what I prayed for. I prayed for like the man did the prayer Jabez before he did this. Like, enlarge my territory, God. Like, oh, would you bless me indeed? It's basically what he said, and this is a blessing.
Yeah. I mean,
This is a Jesus loves me interception. There was nothing that he did for this.
the play was set up for him to be
Like-
on the island with the receiver.
Like, we'll see when we do the Jags breakdown with Doug Marrone. This is where Mike Norvell could be like, hey, man, fuck y'all, man.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Fuck you for real, dog. Like, you can't, like, bro, what do you want me to do? We could put Brock back there. We could put Brock Purdy back there. We could put Drew Bledsoe. We could put Tom Brady back there. That's what now this is where the position coach should come into play. Why is he coming in the game? Like, if one thing Mike Norvell got is units, boy. That man will shoot you a stare. We see the camera. One thing our camera people gonna do is find Mike Norvell shooting the player a unit, dog. Like, I'm looking at Coach Thompson, like, and I fucks with Coach Thompson. Like, Coach, like, yo, why is he in here? Get him the fuck away from me.
We like you, so we need you to get him out, so it don't cost you your job.
So that I see him. I'm in the film room again. I don't know what are you trying to get me fired or you fired? Because you not finna do nothing. I'm sitting here telling them 99% of all athletes go pro in something other than sports. What you want? Where you want to put your application? Do you need a letter of recommendation? You want FedEx? You want UPS? You want to be a longshoreman? They about to go on strike though, son. It's not a good time.
2nd and 5, drew it up, got a first down.
Like, what? What? This is what Mike need to call. We need a better offense. I promise you, as a guy who hasn't even gone through the film yet, but a guy who knows how to watch it as it's happening in real time, there is a lot of shit like that. Every play is not going to work and be open. That's just not the way the game is designed. But, like, this is crazy. Oh, we got the quarterback power.
Ooh.
And to be honest with you, go.
Damn, why do we?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Be honest. We still muted?
Check.
Mic check. Yes, that was right. So DJU 6'4", 252. KJ Jefferson 6'3", 247. Evan Schwab from Wyoming 6'5", 245. Tucker Gleason. Isn't that the dude, political guy? That's Tucker Carlson. All right, 6'3", 245. Lenora Sellers, South Carolina, 6'3", 242. So he's big. But let's go back. Let's look at is the play design. Was this a bad play design? Was it a bad play call? Or was it just overall lack of execution? When we get a chance, let's run that run that play. All right. So hold on. Let's see. We got numbers. So we got 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3 to block. And we have we have a running back because they're going to do the play action. I think they motion more drops. Let's see if more drops does at least blocks them well. This is what we normally do in big game on my play breakdown.
3rd and goal.
That's no motion. So boom. So we got a lead block. All right. All right. So let's go back. And this is where I would say we just did not get a good block. If we get a better block by Lawrence Toafili, it might defense.
He drew it up.
He drew it up. Now, this is 3rd and goal, right? The only knock is don't run this play again. Kick the field goal. But right here, that's drawn up, guys.
Yeah.
Now, I know what you're saying. Even if we run with the slow motherfucker, if Lawrence Toafili gets that block, we walk in. I can walk in.
Yeah.
My grandmother, the Gagi, can walk in the walker. Like a lot of you could walk in. But you gotta pinch the bitch.
And it's like he goes
like you're going for you're supposed to block. He's trying to throw a shoulder, and the guy, instead of shooting your hands and doing what you're supposed to do, this is what happens. But here's the better play design if we're going to do this. Lawrence Toafili won the ACC championship game MVP with his runs out of Wildcat, and we have yet to see that. But more importantly, go back to the start of this play. If this is what we want to do, get DJ Lundy, who is a fullback. We're already in 2 tights. I'm not even opposed to getting Landon Thomas in there, going with 3 tight ends, and literally just power that motherfucker.
right.
Because everything is picked up. The left tackle, picks up 5. This person that's in the end zone is the one who comes down. You don't even need to hide it. I wouldn't even disguise it. I would just let them know, well, this is what the fuck we got going on. This is what we about to do. This is how we feel today. It's just, man, it was there. And that's what stings more. That they stunned it out of it. I haven't seen anybody talk about I've seen people talk about the play. Then we run this again. Go back. Because I don't like this call at all. Now, okay, so what I just said, dude, they fucking do. They don't even pretend this time. We're just gonna run it. And that time a guy slid through. Look at Jackson West. That's not where you're supposed to be pushed. You're not supposed to be pushed back. But right there, if you don't miss that block, you're in there, man. You're in there. All right. Lawrence Toafili had a pretty good game overall anyway. But go back up, because we had my boy Life of Bill put some other stuff on there as well. He had I guess we go to Start because he had a question. We were just talking about breaking FSU football lowlights could give football follies 30 minutes of content easy. Yes, it could. It definitely could. On top of that, he's pushing the faster regatta. Shit. We still got me on.
They can't hear that. It's just from my
Okay.
I got attention of the Bluetooth.
Go back to the live so I can see the comments. It's sickening, man. Bob
Is his other question?
Yeah, we were talking about Morlock.
Because he put 2 in there.
Yeah, we got Morlock in there. I read that part. He says there's an echo. I really like Toafili too. We're working on that echo. While I'm here, we're getting that. Don't start that shit. We look good, Sports Mart. That ain't got nothing to do with strength and conditioning. We look the part. We're strong. We just don't have the guys doing what they're supposed to do. Karen, Karen Smith puts wish you were coaching the team. I don't know. They got some damn good, and that's the crazy part. They got some damn good coaches over there. There's no more echo. They got some damn good coaches over there, man. Ernie Sims knows ball. For all the things that people are talking about with Randy Shannon did not forget ball. Oh, okay, black for some. Fuller has guys in position to make plays. If you're in position to make plays, like it becomes a situation where what is your motivation? And that's why I'm like, people are trying to explain with all we know how to explain. They don't have a heart. They don't have this. They don't want to be there. Are they fat and happy? Are they this? Are they that? Are they this? And the key is we really don't know what's going on. We really don't know what's going on. Man, oof. Now, we're at Life of Bill Byers looks like he should be playing for Norfolk State. He does not look like a Power 5 right tackle. Brother, I can't even. I don't have an argument. And where the misses hurt. And here's where guys like Seymour Stacks. Shout out to my guy Seymour. Are right about recruiting is when you miss, but you don't have anything to replace it. It hurts more. Like we don't have the tackles, the at least developed. We have a team full of guards, and that's hard. But we've had that problem since before tag. Our quarterback right now, our quarterback play is extremely questionable. And it makes good wide. Did y'all see did anybody see how many times Jaylen Brown got behind the defense? Now, go back to our original show notes, if you would. And then we'll go back to the I guess you click on the top part. So changes. Everybody's talking about changes. And I feel like the Tupac song. One of the changes I want to see. So I need Mike Alford to protest them. Cause this is me when I found out, yes, we'll have the Clemson tailgate posted here shortly. When I found out, you know what time the Clemson game is? 8. I believe it's at 8 o'clock. Because I was in or maybe it's at 7:30. I was in Texas. So being in Texas threw me off tremendously. Let me go see what time this FSU game is. I need them to stop trying to put the murdering of a program to be televised. We don't want this televised. I want to be can we put us on pay-per-view at this point? It can't be at this point. This is bullying. This is picking on people. We got to be able to sue. Right now it's at 7 o'clock with the opportunity to be flexed. Clemson's minus 15, 47.5 is what they believe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna take the spread, the total, and the money line. I'm gonna hit me a little parlay on that. I ain't got no faith. I ain't gonna put a lot, but I'm gonna put about $10 on it. And if we lose, if we lose, I made money. If we win, I won because we won. It's on ESPN. And I want the Jits to come out there. I want us to be loud. I want us to mess up. The only way that it's the problem is that it looks a lot like when people do that. What's that shit? The Monstars. Again, they're there. They look the part. We know that there's a talent in there. Ooh, Clemson 70-0. Man, I ain't got nothing for you on that, man. Wild times, man. Wild times. Everybody's saying fire Norvell, which I don't believe. Again, you're not gonna get. I don't believe that. I don't even like calling for other people's jobs. But I do know this game. And this game, good people get fired all the time. Good coaches get fired all the time. Sometimes things don't work. Look at it's frustrating because it affects so many other people, the play of these young men. But it does cause people to say, in my mind, one of those, when people say fire this guy, fire that guy, I always challenge them with, and who bring in who. And I don't know how they'll do it. And I believe these are some really good coaches that will land on their feet. And I'm not here, but one guy that I am extremely impressed with. And if anybody can go look up what's the dude, the Power Book of Ghost, like one of the main characters in there. I think it's one of the drug dealers in there. That's this is what this guy looked like. But this dude, the UNLV offensive coordinator, has the go-go offense. And this is what my man is dressed like on the sidelines. This looks like this is the seasoning that I want on my chicken. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I found out about him last year, right? And I liked him. One of the things that what I tell people in recruiting and with coaching, it's about relationships. You typically got to hire somebody that there's a connection. Whether it's a connection with the coordinator or the head coach or different things. You know the connection to this guy?
He's black.
Very black. But do you know the connection, though, to Florida State with this guy?
Oh, okay, what?
He was Mike Norvell's quarterback when he coached at Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's not like they don't know each other.
There is a connection point.
Hey, can you look up Kane from Ghost? From the Book of Ghost? Because I'm telling you, he looks a little bit like Kane. But then again, they say all those black people look like. But his offense is exciting. UNLV is like putting up points. He also isn't afraid to challenge people. There's a clip that he had where he went viral because the Florida fans were talking about bringing him on as an OC for the University of Florida. I know you lying, Life of Bill. Oh, no. Well, Kane, my bad. I thought he was calling my guy from UNLV. I thought he was saying he from Jacksonville. But Kane from Kane, you're right. He was also in the you should like this guy. He was Bobby Brown in New Edition.
I can see it.
But like, if you look at the hair and like he got a little bit of he look a little bit like him. Yeah. Bring me Kane. Bring his ass on over here, man. Bring that go-go offense on. It's got a nickname. Look, go-go offense. I'm saying he coaches quarterbacks or wide receivers. He can coach either one of them. Quarterback drop off. Quarterback. Why do we know who a UNLV is? UNLV's quarterback is the one that said, "You ain't paying me my bread. Get me the fuck out of here." He said, "Fine, I'll bring the African motherfucker that don't nobody know about it. I'm gonna drop bombs on their ass."
He has to be confident to dress like.
Very confident.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna fire me.
You're gonna imagine him with a Cuban on. You know what? Nope. I don't want you coming over here with no Cuban. That's South Florida flair. I need you to go old school. If you're not rocking a herringbone, I don't want you on my sideline. That would be part of the agreement. If I might, you come here, call it whatever you want to call it. Call it go-go, call it no-go, call it low pro. But but we're not just wearing regular chains around here. I need you to wear a herringbone necklace. I'm cool with Atkins. I fucks with Atkins. I like Atkins. I don't think Atkins is a bad O-line coach. I don't know where you go, but I do, and I don't know who Mike's going to get rid of, and that's why I'm not going to suggest anything. But I do know what happens when you lose like this. Somebody gets made to make it. Your hand gets forced. This is one of the better decisions looking into the Mike Norvell tree. Anybody who rocks the chest, but the only problem, he's a little young too, though. Gotta give me a little more zip, right? Give me a little more openness on the chest. Show the chest, man. Let them girls over on the hill see the chest, brother. Primo, you with me? You with me, Primo? First thing I said when I saw him, I know for a fact Jamie French will fuck with that. You know why I know for a fact? Because Jamie got this guild or gold or whatever it's called, endorsement deal, and all this motherfucker do is wear chains. Almost got his ass rock looking like a walking lick today. Damn, went up to the hood to watch a football game with nothing but chains on, shining like a light pole.
Wow.
Gotta let the taco meat show, baby. When you win, you can be a character. When you win, like Bobby, like Mickey Andrews was an icon at Florida State because he was a character, but his defenses embodied what he won. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't be here, but that would be one suggestion. I'm a suggestions guy. That would be exciting. You can sell that. You can mix it in. He's young enough to still be moldable to where Mike can probably still have suggestions. You have him as a co-OC. You have Atkins as a co-OC. Pay them money because here's what's going to happen. Mike Alford is going to sit Mike Norvell down at the end of the season, and they're going to make suggestions. Matter of fact, if you want to know what an athlete, I'm going to ask a former athletic director exactly what the fuck would you do in this situation if you were Mike Alford. And if you listen, would it be 9:30? Do we do it, Miles, or is it about 9:45 when we do the Gator Bowl? Yeah. I'm going to ask Greg McGarity what he thinks about the situation and how those things work. They're going to probably present him with some bread to be able to go hire assistants and then make the changes and get some off-field stuff. So, I think that would be a really cool. I think that would be a cool thing that would also help with recruiting and a bunch of other shit. That's really, really dope. Hold on. Okay. That's funny. Not that yet, Miles. We can't get to that. Yeah, my bad. But I'm still going to talk about these assistants. And somebody put D-Nick, would D-Nick come? They talk about Ernie Sims, and I think Ernie's a phenomenal coach. I think the problem with Ernie, and not a problem, is like, what does Ernie do? What does Ernie give you from the recruiting front? But I do believe Ernie's I think Ernie's a good football mind that needs to be around the program. I also think Antonio Cromartie's a great football mind that needs to be around the program. I don't know how long you'll keep Patrick Surtain, around, because I do believe Pat wants to go to the NFL. He's a damn good coach. I think he'll go to the NFL. I think there's a lot of stuff that you just have to. There's a lot of things on that defensive side that are fluid that you'd have to really get in there. But, like, I would like seeing a guy like Derek Nicholson come in. Or I'm going to give you a guy, he doesn't have connections or ties to Mike Norvell, but he does have ties to the city of Tallahassee. And he's gone up the ranks. And he's a hell of a recruiter. I think the price tag will be too high. But I think Brian Williams would be a good guy to go in and bring in as another assistant. Brian Williams has ties to Miami. He's got ties. He's from Miami, Florida. Went to FAMU and Albany State. He coached in Tallahassee. Mom lives in Tallahassee. He's been with Coach Loxley. He's coached D-line. He's coached outside linebackers. He's done a lot of different things that can come in and add value and be able to coach different things. He's been at Florida State. He was at Florida State 2013, 2014. He was at Georgia. He's been at UAB. He's been at Maryland since 2019. Was outside linebackers coach. He's been a D-line coach since 2020. I think you need to bring in guys with extra ties to the state. You need to bring in guys that are younger and that have fresh ideas that can continue to be able to put that. Now, that's just an idea. I don't know. I'm not here to tell you that I actually think Fuller's defense is good. And I actually think that Fuller if you're in a position to make a play, I don't think the scheme is the problem. But that being said, if it keeps happening, then you eventually will be, you're going to eventually get fired if the guys aren't doing what you say to do. And there's a lot of things to go around with that. So those are just two quick opinions. That's not a hot board. I don't want y'all going around saying James over here saying people need to get fired. I don't want you saying any of those things, but I am saying that you cannot consistently lose and then keep your job. Good men, good people lose their jobs when the execution isn't on the field. And the standard is the standard. And the standard is winning. And I think you kind of got to go that you got to get that. Somebody put T Fish. T Fish is another. No, you know Tallahassee. T Fish got cats going up to the fucking Nebraska. Like, that's crazy. But again, it's about relationships and about making things happen and making it do what it do.
Well, thumbnail's already halfway made, so you might not people can
What? Did you put I'm trying to get people fired?
Not quite. It's close. I was just about done.
Oh, that's fine. I ain't mad at that. Like, people can get mad, but that's what thumbnails are supposed to do. Thumbnails and headlines are meant to get you to click the goddamn link. So click the goddamn link. But I mean, what we need is I need back to the days where guys have a little bit of fear and reverence. Shout out to Godby High School. I see you. And can we do this thing as a family? I know y'all listen to them other shows and they do all that other shit. I'm not finna do what Jeff do. I'm not finna do all that other shit. Like, I'm not finna go be high strung. I'm not trying to pull on your emotional strings. I'm just trying to talk to you for real. But Florida State, stop bringing up the fucking snub. The snub ain't got shit to do. Snub ain't got shit to do with why they stink right now. And the conference realignment talk ain't got shit to do with on-field play. That's by a bunch of suits and ties that are doing what's in the best interest of the university. And if you don't know why, this is further proof right here. That's Brian Johnson, Sagno, that played at Godby. And he's a strength and conditioning coach at Cal right now. That's my homeboy. I grew up with Brian. Brian's my dog. The SEC and the Big Ten are looking to have 4 automatic bids to the playoffs when the next contract begins in 2026. So that's 8 teams. The Pac-12 is going to do what they need to do to be able to get themselves back to a Power 5 conference. So that means automatic bid for the ACC, automatic bid for the Pac-12, automatic bid for the Big 12, and then automatic bid for the G5, for the highest rated G5 champion. If you don't see, so this is for everybody who's listening, and your team is in the ACC, and you're trolling Florida State and Clemson for doing what's necessary to keep themselves alive. If you don't see where it's trending, I don't know what to tell you. It's trending towards a Power 2. Each one of those teams will get the equivalent of a big-time bowl game share to be into the game. Conferences have distribution rights where they share. So they automatically know, let's just say it'd be $60 million that they're going to get at the end of the football season on top of the other bowls that they get. So they know that's coming. They already get more in TV money. I'm guaranteeing they're trying to get 4 each, Jason, not four together. Because you know what's going to happen this year anyway? They're probably going to damn near get it. They're going to probably get 3 minimum. So when people are saying you should just sit there and take it, again, I implore you, is that how you live your life? Is that how you live your life? That when you're not in a fair situation, you just sit there and you accept your fate? Because that's not what I want to be a part of. That is not what I want to do. I will raise hell. People keep saying you got to do it the right way. What is the right way when you're in a bad contract? The ACC is an abusive partner to their constituents. And I'd argue this. Miami fans should be raising fucking bloody hell as well. You are too much of a brand for this to happen to you. Entirely too much of a brand for this to happen to you. Trying to think. North Carolina, you're entirely too much of a brand for you to sit around and let that happen. And it's not enough good teams to bring this to expand it again. And I love football. But damn it, I'm tired of it. Get us in a conference that gives us money to be able to go get ace recruiters and continue to do the different things. Let's talk about Miami. Miami played in a game on Friday night that was really exciting to watch. And Miami almost Miami'd it. You know how we used to call it Clemsoning? You could legitimately call it Miami. They can still hear me? Miami played in a game that they won because a lot of things. Because one, I would say Virginia Tech was happy to compete. They were not sure that they were supposed to be there. They damn sure did not act like that. When you look at 2 coaches committed malpractice last weekend, Mike Norvell was one of them, and Brent Pry was the other one. Cam Ward also showed that he plays an exciting brand of college football. The game looks extremely slow to him. He is fun to watch. He is also extremely reckless with the ball, which will come to probably bite them in the butt. And not just once. He turned the ball over a lot. But just like I talked about Murlock with the drops and the things like that, have anybody ever seen a football play where the player falls down and then the ball magically lands into their hands? I'm not even going to hold you. That didn't just happen once. It happened twice, which is crazy. It was cool. You saw Virginia Tech be able to put pressure on a quarterback, and they should have sacked him twice in one drop. He was able to break away, and that's incredibly gifted athlete that willed himself, and we don't see that in Tallahassee or in Gainesville right now. But you saw a guy who was exciting and passionate that had other players that were exciting and passionate, and the leadership was almost contagious, and he willed them to win. That being said, the game ended in a controversial fashion. And this is the same referee crew that ended another ACC game for Miami in a controversial fashion. Miami beat Duke a few years ago. I don't know how many, but it was obviously it wasn't a couple years ago. On a last-second kickoff return where they did lateral after lateral. And it was clearly one of them was clearly a forward lateral, but they didn't call it. And they scored. But we got some of the clips if you go open up the other thing from the game. And I want before you got to go to the other email. Yeah, that one. The Miami. Yeah, the Canes. We'll see what videos we got up here because it was a good game to watch. Virginia Tech had their moments where they dominated. Cam Ward brought them back. And like this is one of the plays, I believe, right here. Like we'll get to that one. That's the last one we want to show. Miami had some incredible luck. But I don't want to just say that because Miami had some plays that shouldn't have. Miami had some calls that went against them that weren't favorable as well. Like that's one of the plays. So put that up there. So I don't want people saying, James, you hating right now. But this was the drive that Miami went to go up ahead of Virginia Tech, and this catch, like, it's not supposed to happen. And I believe that they're showing the vertical angle. I hate the vertical angles like that. They should have shown the portrait mode. This was third down. So push play, and I believe it was third down. And let's just see how this should not have happened. In motion, Restrepo goes, Restrepo falls.
That's all Restrepo. Not all Restrepo, but that's a great play by him.
I'm saying, like, most of the time the quarterback overthrows this.
Yeah.
And he slips and he just catches it.
Darted him.
Like how that doesn't happen. Like that's like I hope Cam played lottery. Like he was just on one that day. That was one play. Let me see if they got another play. So yeah, let's show this. Show this. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Same drive, Miles. This is not another drive. This is right before the falling catch. So let's just show this. Sack. Nope. Should have been another sack. Nope. And just tosses it.
Oh.
My bad. This is after the catch. My bad. This is after the catch. And then this guy, I've been with people. That bothered me. Like, dude, stop that. Stop waving. That should have been an easy sack.
Oh.
And then just,
Little shuffle.
but again, dangerous.
Yeah.
But it worked. Like, you can't hate on it working.
Yeah.
If it works, keep doing it. That's what I would do. Like nuts. Go to another one. See, because obviously we got all the stuff. Like that. Are we showing this?
Nah,
Okay. Like just again, this is all Meanwhile, we got DJ that doesn't move well forward or laterally. So like it's just not a good mover of the football. And then you got Cam Ward, on the other hand, who Florida State fans will forever say, why did we underpay him? Cam Ward declared for the NFL draft and we moved on. And Miami did too. That's why they got Reese's Puffenberger, or whatever his name is. But they had more space and they did what they needed to do. Cam, kudos to them. If we have Cam Ward, we're probably undefeated and we're overinflating our value too. Again, should have been sacked, did what he needed to do. They gave Miami a first down on this, but like just again, how is it just strong enough to be able to just push guys off of him? Farm 16 doesn't keep running, so he doesn't go cross the so he can still throw the ball forward. Processing this game a lot faster than what a lot of people want to give him credit for, and that's incredible. Kudos to him. We saw the falling down one. Damian Martinez is okay. I'm not as impressed with him. But here's the play that caused all the controversy. So Miami's doing everything that they need to do. They don't call a timeout. They don't do a lot of other different things. Virginia Tech. But they still have a situation where the quarterback Drones throws the ball out the back of the end zone. I mean, not out the back, but throws the ball to where only his guy goes up, and it's a tussle. And so let's push play on this, and I'm going to give you the true opinions on it. And my first opinion on it, and before Miami fans, I want you to, I know this is hard for you guys because a lot of y'all could never go to the University of Miami. I want you to listen to understand and don't listen to respond, okay? Virginia Tech was screwed, but not in the way you think. They were screwed because they said the ruling on the field is a catch. There is nothing in this video that shows that this was not, that's indisputable, that shows that this wasn't a catch. Now, here's why they got the call right. It should have never been ruled a catch in the first place because there was nothing on the field that showed them that that guy had control of the football going all the way down. They were going to review this anyway. You know why? They review every play that goes into the end zone. But it's not controversial when you say that the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. And then you go and you review. This play is under review. But when you say, like right there, because again, the ball popping out like that, the play is over. You don't have to hold it for 5 seconds on the ground. The minute you hit the ground, it's over. But at a certain point, you do see it in his hand when he's on the ground in control of a Virginia Tech player. It never looks like it's bobbling, but he did. He did. And Miami won that game, not because of that call. Miami won that game because Brent Pry is a piece of shit. And my son would never play for him. Because he got complacent and got scared. And literally got too happy with it. They were running the ball down Miami's throat. And they just it's crazy, but that was a Miami tried to do the same thing that happened to them against Georgia Tech. And because of this, I feel Miami there'll be many more games like this for Miami. And because of Miami right now is the exciting team, you know what Miami's going to be to everybody? This is me giving you a compliment. This is what happens. Miami will beat everybody in the ACC Super Bowl. And you're going to get more people's best games than not.
Yeah.
And there are better teams, because this is the same Virginia Tech team that's had some really, really crazy losses. And that doesn't have an nth of your talent, if we're being for real. But this is what it's like. Also, man, here's the crazy part. Again, Miles, this is why I'm watching this was why I say Mike Norvell has malpractice. You know what he could have done to go into the halftime, what Pride could have done? And the game would have been, if I remember correctly, because it was 34 to 37 at this point. No, yeah, 37. So the game would have been 36 to 37. And you know what Virginia Tech would have just had to kick a field goal to win the game. They had an opportunity going into halftime to just kick a field goal. They ran a fake field goal. Again, free game by big game. Take the points. Yeah. Take the points. Always take the points. Unless you're in a situation where you are up and a team cannot move the ball on you. Like if you're 14-0, right, and that team can't move the ball on you, go ahead and force them to drive 99 yards if you can score a touchdown and make it 21-0. But like I wouldn't have done this situation for them. But kudos to Miami for winning. Brent Pride lost that game, and Miami will have Louisville. That they play at Louisville on the road. That's going to give them everything they want. To play Georgia Tech on the road again. They're going to have some tough games, and but you know, again, only a hater would sit there and say that Miami isn't impressive, and I'm not a hater, so I'm not going to do that. But this is the same Virginia Tech team that lost to Rutgers. That lost it and also lost to Vanderbilt. And I don't believe Miami's better. Miami's not better than Vanderbilt. I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing Miami is exponentially better than Vanderbilt. All right. Going back to my other reason that I was in Texas, I went to go watch the Jaguars play the Houston Texans. So we got plenty of video and audio from that. It's a lot that goes into a lot. It's tough watching the same teams over and over again. Click on the damn, I had some Virginia Tech Miami stuff. I just don't feel like getting into it. That's fine. You can just click on all of those. I don't even know what that one was. Oh, that's me talking about the game. We don't have to click on those. We'll get the videos. Oh, they took it down? Click on that. That's wild. Damn it, Ship. I can't believe you deleted that. I know it's still up. I'm gonna check this out. But that was my office. Click on that. Damn. The office for the day for me was did we click on the office for the day? This was it. It's kind of cool being able to watch that from there. Very nice stadium. But click on me and Chris Porter. I'm gonna just give you 4 minutes of me just breaking it down with Chris the way I do best. He's asking me questions.
I'm so glad to have him out here in this steam with me. First come forth, analyst James Coleman. So good to see you tonight, man. No doubt about it. Let's talk about the Texans. Let's start with that quarterback, C.J. Stroud. James, he is as good as advertised.
Oh, he's extremely good. I mean, coming in, you think he'd have a sophomore slump. Obviously, last week he didn't play as well, but right now he went right back to where he ended last season. Extending plays, being able to hit us across the middle, all kinds of different throws and throwing angles. He's just exciting to watch. His footwork in the pocket is amazing. It almost makes you jealous because it's what we thought we would have here at Jacksonville.
And the crazy part about it, James, is staying on C.J. Stroud for a second, there were so many opportunities where we could have had it, and he just found a way to elude the defender.
In particular on that last drive where they scored, he had 2 opportunities to get sacked. He's able to your second play.
All right, let's talk about our Jacksonville Jaguars. They ran the ball better today. Take Bigsby had 90 yards off the ground. But let's go back to this particular play. Third quarter coming to an end. 58-yard pickup. He's out on the Texans.
Just haven't gotten that out over here.
Speed of being aggressive, I felt like Trevor Lawrence did a better job of getting the ball in his main guy's hand as far as Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas Jr. today.
Brian Thomas Jr. is amazing. I mean, he's been playing. He showed you flashes. He's that guy that can take the top off of the defense. A couple of times he overthrew him again, but he still went right back to it. I mean, they targeted him a good amount of times. If they could get that under control, you're going to see a great 1-2 punch. One of the things that I tweeted out, it's like they're going to be better than coffee and beignets. If you know what Brian's from, you would understand that reference. But Christian Kirk also, I've called him the best number 2 wide receiver in the league for quite some time. We brought him over here to be something that he wasn't. But in the role of number 2, he is phenomenal. He needed to happen already.
All right, let's wrap up with this. Trevor Lawrence, if you're going to be an elite quarterback in the NFL, you have to come through in the clutch. He has not. Why?
It's because I think he's thinking too much. When you saw him moving the ball early, getting the ball out of his hands quick, things of that nature, when he has to think, that's when he does bad things. That's when the ball sails. That's when he holds on to it too long. And that's when he just doesn't have that magic that we've seen the other 4 quarterbacks that we went up against do. You see them extend the plays, and they make you pay when they extend not so much.
Let me tell you what I figured out. I love when James Coleman, when I'm on the road, is live with me in person. Brother, I love you. Appreciate you, my friend. Big game James in the house tonight.
That's that. And here's one thing again, we talk about accountability. And for whatever reason, John Shipley, he did delete it. But the beautiful thing about Twitter is sometimes stuff stays up there. I need to download this bad boy. I don't know why he deleted it. I mean, it ain't like he put anything bad up there. All right, got it down. So here's where Doug Peterson basically says this is bigger than Nino Brown. So
is there any chance you take the headset over just to change this thing up?
For what? I thought he called a great game. We as coaches, we can't go out there and make the plays, right? It's a two-way street. So, you guys can sit here and point the finger all you want. That's fine. Point it right at me. I can take it. Okay? I can take it. So, whatever you want to ask me, say, whatever, right? Go ahead.
You did tell us at your introductory news conference a couple of years ago, if it's not working, if it's not in rhythm, whether it's your plays or not, that you hand off the play call. I mean, is it just one of those, maybe it's just a voice, a confidence? You guys were cooking when you were doing it. It looked like in 22.
Yeah, sure.
Shout out to Brent Martin though for calling them out, calling it out. Saying what you said, but you said, and he said one of the things that is true. All I can do is call the play. All we can do is call the plays. The players got to execute. But man, when you talk about throwing people under the bus, and if you go back and you listen to something that me and my guy Travis, if you want to listen to more Jags coverage, Travis does a great job on this channel talking about Jags and breaking it down. We talked about the 5 things that Philadelphia fans were saying about Doug Peterson and why he should have been fired. And if you go back and you check the track record, man, it's really painfully close to what we're dealing with right now. And for those who, just in case, I know that you guys like the other channels better, I'll read it for you. Because it's kind of crazy. And it's sad because Doug Peterson is a good coach. 5 reasons why firing Doug Peterson was the right move. 1, refusal to change. One of the biggest assets a head coach can bring to the NFL is the ability to adapt and keep up with the times. Peterson has multiple opportunities to do this. Even the average fan noticed how stale and vanilla the 2007 West Coast-like offense was. They dragged their feet for 3 years. Peterson had the ability to suggest meaningful changes that would have made the offense more innovative, and so on and so on. 2, injuries. Jaguars have a lot of injuries, and also the Jaguars have that same staleness to their offense. Injuries, they go in there talking about the strength and conditioning coach, and those are the hires that are directly related to the head coach. And the Jaguars have had tons of injuries across the offensive line, the defensive line, and key positions. 3, the regression of Carson Wentz. You can replace Carson Wentz with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence looked a lot different in 2022 when they made their playoff run. He has not looked like the guy, the $55 million a year man. Randomized play calling. This person says at times it looks like a kid calling plays on Madden. Can understand and respect that. and he doesn't want to be here. One of the things that you just don't see is the energy and the gall. You don't see a guy who feels like he's coaching for his job. See a guy who's coaching like a guy like everybody talks about players getting fat and happy, but never put that same kind of accountability and energy on the coaches. And yes, Jaden the intern, he did miss 2 wide open touchdowns. You know why I know he missed one? Because I have Brian Thomas Jr. He missed Brian Thomas Jr. a lot of times, but they have targeted him more. The cool thing for the upside for the Jacksonville Jaguar fans is that the first 4 games were all playoff teams, returning playoff teams. The next 3 games are teams that aren't in the playoffs. 2 of them are in your comfy confines of Europe and London, and one of them is against the Indianapolis Colts, who unfortunately I think we would have a better chance with AR-15 as opposed to I forgot who they just put in there. Joe Flacco, as opposed to Joe Flacco. But let's click on some of the videos that you got from X that we have up here just to talk more about the game. That might be the touch. That must be the touchdown. Oh, this is the last play that almost messed up the spread. Shout out to my guy Bernie. My boy Bernie picked the game at 6 points. The Jaguars.
They're calling him down.
This play literally would have made him a push, and he would have lost $400. He would have got his $200 back, but he would have lost $400. He made $400 off of this game. I love watching people who gamble. But here's some Trevor Lawrence. You talk about overthrowing the ball. Here's some Trevor Lawrence overthrowing passes. And he's good time, plenty of time today, and he just launches it. And he just overthrows, buddy. And he just looks at it. I hate that look of like, what did I do? Like, shucks. Here's the one that hurt me. This one right here. This hurt. This would have won me my fantasy league. Right now, I'm struggling to keep up. Plenty of time in the pocket. Clean pocket. Just hit him. Let's try this. Just clean pocket. Just hit him. Nope. Brian Thomas Jr. is mad. He went from Jaden Daniels, Heisman Trophy winner, to Trevor Lawrence. Like right now, who you would think 5th year in the NFL, he'd be able to hit these things randomly and more accurately, but he can't. On to the next thing. That's before. Like that's Trevor seeing ghost. Did y'all see that? Like this is from Monday.
That looked like some sweet move.
Yeah, like this is you ever seen somebody glitch in Madden in real life? Here's what we saw. We see Trevor glitching. He's dropping back. There's no need to spin. There's nobody there. And then that spin move took his eyes from downfield and then gave up the sack like he has this guy in fantasy football. And this is the Trevor Lawrence. We saw the Trevor Lawrence trial or ineptitude. Boop. And then just can't hit the guy. It's hard to hit, hard for running backs to catch. But like you had the check down, made the right read. Boom. To be honest with you, if you watch the drag, it would have been still a difficult throw, but like damn. Oh man. So what stinks is that I watched this man terrorize Florida State for 3 years. I watched number 1 terrorize Florida State for 4 years. And then I watched them come to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I expect to see what I saw in college to get disappointed. Like you could have not made me feel the way I felt while you were in college, but fuck me, mijo. That's what they say. Last but not least, I love to do continuing this type of things for these shows. One of the things that I always tell my friends and family that I love, please stay out of the fucking water. But we talked about this, I think, on, was it Friday show? Where I now have a newfound respect for orcas.
I think it was Friday. It was the last one.
Killer whales are misunderstood. I feel them. They're like They're like black males in the hood.
Like black dads.
Oh shit. Am I down?
Wow.
Oh man. I think we showed too much NFL clips. Yeah. Policy violations. Damn.
They took down this episode.
Yeah. Somebody snitched.
How are we?
We're still on fuck it. We're still on Twitter. So we'll I can repost that. Damn, that's fucked up.
The NFL don't play. For shit.
NFL don't play, man.
These are like on Twitter, on YouTube clips too.
Right. Man, fuck these guys, man.
It's funny.
So like I'm gonna have to put this shit all the way up. Click it off on damn it, man. Fuck it. We're done. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all later. Fuck the NFL.